Hi, Mamas. It's the day 17, or you could also call it day 1. So day 17 for me, day 1 for my hubby. Anyways, this morning was, it's been a wonderful, wonderful day today as far as our Whole30 goes. My husband said it, but he blamed it on himself because he says he has bad luck. And so just because he's starting now, all hell is breaking loose, because this morning I made a crock pot meal, and I don't know why, I was really stressed out because I kind of like bit off more than I could chew, and I was trying to make breakfast, and I was trying to get ready, and I was trying to get my son ready, and I was trying to get out the door in time to leave, and I almost burnt the eggs. They stuck all over the pan. So that was stupid. The eggs were gross. I didn't really eat them. But I made bacon and eggs this morning for breakfast for all of us. And then I put everything in the pot for dinner. And then it calls for bone broth, right? Beef broth. And so I spent all day yesterday making bone broth. And I was looking everywhere for it, and I was like, Ben, where's my bone broth? And he's like, oh, it's in the cupboard. I thought it was bacon grease. And I was like, oh my gosh, seriously? So anyways, I opened it up, I smelled it, I was like, I don't know why I put it in there. I should have just left it out, put chicken broth instead, but I was kind of attached to the bone broth because I literally spent all day making it, and it was super disappointing, and I couldn't let it go that I was gonna have to throw it all away. So I put the bone broth in the stew, and we looked it up. I was hoping it would be okay for it just to be sat out all night long in the cupboard, because I'm an idiot and a moron. So we looked it up, and it said that it should be okay, although I'm not really sure. Anyways, long story short, we had dinner last night. We ate for lunch today, so we had chicken and potatoes again. I had some leftover curry and shrimp, so I ate that too because there wasn't a lot of chicken and potatoes left, so I gave most of it to my hubby. So I had that, thankfully, because when I got home and the stew smelled disgusting, I opened it up, and the beef, I don't know if it's because it was grass-fed beef, and maybe, I don't know, maybe grass-fed beef is different, but it was red, wasn't it didn't look like it was cooked, and I tasted the broth, and it was disgusting. I don't know if I don't know if it was the bone broth, although that would not surprise me, because it also had sweet potatoes and carrot, which is kind of, I don't know. I think it kind of gives it a sweeter taste, which I don't really like my stuff to be sweet. But anyways, so long story short, we threw it all away because there was no way we were gonna eat it. I mostly threw it away because I just didn't know if it was gonna be bad for us, so I didn't want to risk that. So I threw it away, and we were like, now what are we gonna do? And I was like, well, I kind of already ate, so I'm not super hungry, thankfully. But I was like, I don't know, baby, we can order Chipotle, but then he can have avocado. So literally all Chipotle is avocado and lettuce. So if he doesn't and he can't have lettuce either, so those are literally the only two things that he could have if he got Chipotle, so we can't do that. So anyways, I have tomorrow's meal, and I was like, well, I guess we could just make tomorrow's meal if you want to, or you could order hamburger through DoorDash, you could order a patty. Anyways, Ben, long story short, he was just like, let's just make the meal, which really surprised me because I was sort of doubting that he was gonna stick through it. I was kind of this would really make me want to quit, because I'd be starving at this point and be like, I don't want to wait for food. Like, I'm just gonna go to Del Taco like I always do, you know, or I'm just gonna eat a bowl of cereal like I always do, which is what he always does. But he was like, no, let's just make the meal real quick, because he's like, if I order DoorDash, it says it's gonna take 40 minutes to get here. Why don't we just make the meal and do that? So anyways, we made the meal together, which was kind of nice. That was the meal that he was supposed to cook, but he doesn't really, it's kind of new for him to cook, so it was good for me to cook it with him. I taught him how to use the food processor, and it made it a lot quicker that we did it together, and it was really fun, actually. I enjoyed cooking a meal with my hubby. But I am late for my session because I had to make the meal, and my son was going berserk. He needs to go down for his nap, but we were cooking dinner, and he should have had dinner by that point. So he didn't have food, so I couldn't just put him down for a nap. He had to eat dinner. So I had to make him something. I literally just cut up a banana and put some almond butter on it and little chocolate chips. And he ate all the chocolate chips. I don't know if he's yet eaten the banana, but anyways, so today has been a crazy day. It is day 17. I'd like to tell you that it gets easier as far as like your meals and stuff goes, but it doesn't. You still have to figure out, you know, go by the seat of your pants and figure it out. I will say though, like, I'm not hungry like I used to. I was thinking about this when I left for work today at like 5:30, and I was like, usually by this point, like, I'm ravenously hungry and I can't like not want to eat food. Like, it's like I usually eat before Ben, and we don't have dinner together because I'm hungry and I just want food. It's really cool. Today, literally all I had those eggs and bacon. I didn't even finish my eggs because I didn't have time, and two, they were kind of gross because I kind of burn them. So, and then after that, I had like some veggies and hummus. It's almond and what's that nut called? Cashew hummus. So it is approved. It's not very good though, I will say. Not gonna buy it again. Anyways, so like I had that, and then I had my chicken. I waited until like probably, I think, yeah, it was like 2:30 because I took a nap with my baby. 2:30 I had lunch. It was chicken and a potato, and it wasn't a ton, but it was enough that I was like, okay, I'm done. And then I think that's when I had the veggies, and then I wasn't hungry until about 5, and at 5 o'clock I ate my curry and shrimp, and after I had that, I was like, I'm good. Like, it's been, as far as like my need to eat and consume food has been, it's like crazy how I don't feel the urge. It's like, I guess it's like cravings almost. I feel like my body probably was craving the foods. I think probably the gluten I was eating, definitely the sugar. I did notice that, like, instead of getting hungry, I was thirsty, which that's usually something that I have to be like, if I'm hungry, then I need to just drink water instead to trick my brain. But this time it was like, no, I'm thirsty. I'm not hungry. I actually am thirsty. So that was cool. Anyways, I also feel like I am, not like this is the number one goal for me doing this, but it's definitely a plus. And I definitely want my body to look nice eventually. But I think I am slimming out. I notice in my belly, I feel like I don't have as much of like a gut, if that makes sense. So anyways, long video, that was day 17 or day number 1 for my hubby. 30 more days from here on out, because I'm going to do it with my hubby. And I don't think that being on this for that much longer is that bad of a thing. I think it's great, especially since I'm definitely a sugar addict. So the longer I'm on it, the better. So yeah, anyways, super stoked, really excited that my hubby's doing this with me. I think he's amazing. He's really working hard and trying his best. He was totally good today. I think he may have had honey today, but he said, he's like, I'm gonna take baby steps, which, like, you have to understand, my husband has never done a single diet in his whole life. Like, he has never ever done this. So, like, for him to go all out like this, I'm fine. Like, he's cool if he needs to eat some honey now and then, you know? Like, and he's not the type that, like, binges things like that. So, anyways, he'll be just fine. So, I'm really proud of him. He wanted an energy drink today, but instead he had mate with honey, which, that, to me, that's a better option, because energy drinks have a ton of crap in it. So, I'm very proud of my hubby. He's doing awesome. I guess we'll see how we do tomorrow. So, wish us good luck, and we'll see you tomorrow.